whole new Paimon after those 2 days in the hot springs. The Abyss kind of threw a wrench. Still, spending time here really has fun. The Kaholasaurs are so nice and so fun to play with. Oh, and Atea's snacks were so delicious. Yelling at some kids who got caught throwing stones in the hot springs, so...
Hey, you guys. Sleep well last night?
Yep, this area...
Glad you like it.
Hey, Mualani!
Yeah? What do you need?
The team sent out to fight in the Night Warden Wars has returned.
And Kachina? Is she back as well?
Kachina fell. But don't worry, the team was victorious, so the rite of resurrection will be held in the...
That's a relief. The Abyss is cunning, and it was her first time. Mistakes are bound to happen.
Exactly. She deserves to hold her...
All right, thanks for letting me know. Jeez, she sounded a little anxious there.
Mualani, you said the Abyss was like, think about all those monsters that attacked your tribe. Not that Paimon wants them to be in anymore.
At a glance, but through our 500 years ago, the Abyss... That's right. Conria suffered greatly during that time. And Natlan was the worst affected of all. It took the combined efforts of the then Pyro Archon and Hero... Even so, our tribe's waters were contaminated. It was like each disaster was designed for Exactly. We now believe...
And that's how it...
Yes. Luckily, now every...
You must have had to...
Every battle, responsibility, but to think that my name could survive in ballads passed down to future generations, it's kind of romantic. Everyone has something that drives them forward, you know? We have to. Anyway, let's head... The sea's not... Of course. No one's gonna miss out on the chance to welcome our hero. Kachina's gonna be so flustered. She's never had this many eyes on her before.
Yeah, she doesn't seem like the kind of person...
Looks like I'm just in time.
Kanich, you're here!
Yeah, a commission ran longer than expected, but I made it. I heard about the incident with...
Yeah, it's all taken care of. Our new friend here's got some tricks up.
Hey, look! Is it about to...
That's right. Someone will come out and recite a eulogy, and then we'll sing... Come on, let's find a spot with a good view. When the singing starts, let's go somewhere higher.
Warriors of Natlan! We are the inheritors of those who grew alongside Sun and those who forged our own... That is Natlan's fire, the lifeblood of our nation!
I could not find Kachina within the Night Kingdom, or locate.
What?
What is it?
Usually once the ode is complete, the Pyro Archon and resurrected person
What's going on?
This has never happened before.
Well, I think it's pretty obvious. Clearly, the team... Think about it. Since the Archon couldn't find Kachina in the Night Kingdom, that must mean there's more to this victory.
Hey! You just haven't gotten over the fact that Kachina beat you in the pilgrimage!
pathetic.
Your wild guesses are misplaced. We completed our mission.
Maybe you did, but who's to say whether that little girl even contributed at all? Maybe she got scared and ran off. Why would the YUB recognize someone like her, even if she was on the winning team?
How dare you insult? Kachina sacrificed herself to repel the abyss. She doesn't deserve to be
Calm down, Mulan. There's no point arguing with.
I can't just sit here and let them slander her.
To insult a hero of Natlan, the person actually has to be a hero.
You.
Think about it, everyone. Who do you think is really at fault here? Or the great Pyro Archon? Why would the rules of our nation...
It's true. Maybe the YUB interpret victory in different ways?
I mean, that girl didn't look all that strong.
Kachina wouldn't have run! That's not like her at all!
No. She's been waiting for this moment for too long. No matter how daunting the situation, no matter how scared, we don't even know what happened. So don't you dare try to use this as an excuse to vent your anger.
Fine. We'll find out what happens soon enough. Then...
That's enough. There is no doubt about today's victory, or Kachina's part in it. She is a hero worth, however. The failure of today's ceremony is undeniable. Kachina has to prevent further casualties. I have decided to suspend the pilgrim.
What?
No one is all-knowing. No one is infallible, not even myself. But doubt is a means by which we seek the truth.
I didn't mean it that way, Archon.
If there are things you wish to clarify, then ask me directly. Doubt my answer.
No, of course not.
Even though I have said nothing to change your mind, then it would seem the truth never mattered.
That guy doesn't even have the courage to answer the Pyro Archon's question. So much for all that glory talk earlier.
I have a question, Archon. My friend Kachina. Do you have any idea where she is? It's extremely important to me. I know you said you were investigating the situation, but I'm sorry, that's not enough.
I've already shared everything I know. If you want to... So,
Of course I'll join.
in that case, come see me in the speaker's chamber.
We should join them.
Oh, and if it's not too much trouble, could you drop by as well, Traveler? I'd like to have a chat. Rest assured, everyone, I'll keep the tribal chiefs informed on the progress of the investigation. Once again, I apologize for the outcome of this ceremony. If there are no further...
Did she just ask us to come along?
I believe she did. Let's go. I'd like.
The situation is urgent, so I'll get straight to the point. Kachina is undoubtedly a hero of Natlan. There's been unrest in the Night Kingdom, but I don't know what's causing it. As a result, until we find and address the cause of the unrest, the Ode of Resurrection will—
And that means Kachina won't be able—
That's correct. Not until the problem with—
How long will that take?
It's hard to say.
Kachina always dreamed of fighting the Abyss. Of doing— She wasn't afraid of death because she knew, if it came down to it, whenever we sat down together, exhausted from training, she would always hum the Ode of— She was supposed to come back to us. We were supposed to hug her and celebrate with her and share her joy. We supported her every step of the way, but what are we supposed to— Sit peacefully and wait for her return? Lose ourselves in grief over her death? Tell me, are we her friends? Or her murderers?
That's not fair, Mualani.
It's all right. I understand your rage and your grief. Kachina's life means a great deal to me, Mualani. Believe me, I want to bring her back as soon as possible. I would give you that peace of mind if I could. But please, hear what I have to say so I can at least— Considering the recent attack on your tribe, I believe the Abyss has— the sacred flame. If we continue to hold the pilgrimage, but if we stop altogether, the sacred flame will only grow weaker. The Abyss will scale up their attacks, and the tragedy we saw with the people of the spring—
If we compare the two choices... Sorry, I know the raw truth can be cruel. But we need to understand it if we want to approach this rationally.
But what would you say, Mualani? This is
No.
You're saying it doesn't matter whether I suspend the pilgrimage. The consequences will be equally painful.
Yes. What happened?
And that is the crux of the problem. It's not simply a matter of choosing the lesser of two evils. Either way, there will be people who suffer, and the end result will be the same. Belief in the pilgrimage will waver. Once doubt has crept in, the people will no longer unite. Their ultimate goal isn't to break the rules that make the Ode of Resurrection work. It's to destroy the people's faith in them. To prevent what happened to Kachina from happening. Then, we have to find another way of strengthening the sacred flame to keep the Abyss at bay. This won't be easy. I'll need time to figure out the best approach. I understand your anger, Mualani, but I hope that provided some clarity, at least.
Wow. Hyman thought things were gonna get heated for a second, but the Pyro Archon took the time to explain everything so patiently.
I owe you an apology, Archon.
We could always hold the pilgrimage without...
I've considered, without the chance to fight the Abyss, pilgrimage rankings with fewer participants.
So, essentially, the Abyss...
You've learned about the staying there, your sense of... Imagine, I won't sugar...
Just like you said, you can focus on...
The Abyss poses the same threat to you as it does to her. It is very...
Kachina's waiting for us to rescue her.
I failed to protect her.
Traveler? What do you think?
Understood. Then I'll support you in any way I... The Masters of the Nightwind have a technique that can extract an ancient name. If we can find Kachina's ancient name, I can use the link between them. Then comes the hard part. You need to visit the Night Kingdom and...
But isn't the Night Kingdom a land of souls?
Under normal circumstances, only the consciousness can enter. But there is a way to go there and... However, know that the Night Kingdom will attempt to repel you. And the...
That's fine by me.
Same here. Fighting the Abyss is nothing new for me.
So, Hyman's the only one who...
Lali of the Masters of the Nightwind once created an artifact that can be used to communicate with the Wyab. We call it... It was originally used as a ceremonial artifact wielded by the tribal...
That was the artifact I delivered to the Scions of the Canopy a few days ago. Didn't think I'd...
Thank you so much for your help, everyone.
Your thanks are unnecessary. I will offer you whatever aid I can. Besides, you're the ones helping me. Traveler, I certainly didn't expect our first conversation to be so. I've heard all about your accomplishments. Ever since you arrived, I've been hoping to meet you and off level of hospitality.
Why?
Why? Is that not what happened in the other nations you visited?
Yeah, these were pretty.
That's more like it. After all, I've heard more, so perhaps even more than you can imagine. Ideally, this would be the perfect night for—
Oh, I almost forgot. Atea was wounded in the fight against the Abyss. She wanted us to give it embodies fond memories and my strength of will. That's what she asked us to tell you.
If things were different, but
You said you didn't want to jeopardize the production.
you're right. The gradual, as things stand. The the Abyss has brought catastrophe.
We can't.
No, but if I said nothing at all,
Another simple
I have never subscribed. Let's go.
You mean?
Yes.
You said you didn't want to
You're right. The gradual, as things stand. The Abyss has brought catastrophe to—
We can't.
No. If the public learned that Natlan's destruction— But if I said nothing at all,
Another simple choice.
I have never subscribed to the Let's go.
You mean?
Yes. The sacred flame must never go out. Not only does it strike fear in the Abyss, but it's also the pillar of Natlan's stability. So until—
But that can only last.
Don't let those chosen— all we can do.
Even so.
I possess great strength, but I'm not above my people. This is part of my duty.
Archon, it's the Fatui!
The Archon of Natlan. A force to be reckoned with. The secret of the ley lines is no secret to me. Long have they been destined for ruin. And since the oath made 5 centuries ago remains unfulfilled, what use is the Gnosis in your hands?
I don't know what you mean. But it sounds like this is about more than the Tsaritsa.
In times of crisis, someone must pick up the mantle of salvation. Your plan has reached an impasse, and now it falls to me to create new rules for Natlan. But before the dawn of a new age, the old must be destroyed.
I assume that's the end of your speech? Good. People like us. Let our blades do the talking! Masters of the Night Wind. Send word. The captain and his followers must be apprehended.
Are you alright, Archon?
He was a formidable opponent. Exactly.
I never imagined someone could match you in combat. If the Tsaritsa sent him here, why would he bring up what happened?
Yeah. And how much does he know about Natlan?
The Harbingers are all driven by their own personal goals. But I'm sure the captain has his own reasons for being—
Whatever his motive, we should shift our focus to the Fatui. If they attack again, and we're not prepared, we're done for.
No. We're running out of time. The wound I inflicted should hold him back and weaken him for the time being. Besides, I'm sure you noticed. The power that came to his rescue just now came from the—
In other words, there are traitors among us.
Not necessarily. This could prove to be When we exchanged final blows, I sensed an unusual presence within him. Kinich, go to the Masters of the Night Wind and look into who could have aided the captain. Speak to Sitlali. She should know.
Of course, I'll head out right now. Do you still intend—
Yes, but— Natlan's strength has never rested solely in its Archon. Together we foresaw the only path that leads to our nation's future.
Is everything okay?
Completely fine. Just lamenting the fact that I never got a picture when I could still turn my hair into flames. I just hope the others have a safe journey.
What's happening at the stadium? Did something—
It feels like the Archon unleashed her power.
Should we go back and check what's going on?
Have faith in the—
Once we find Kachina's ancient name.
Okay.
Keep up.
That's Wyna, the tribal chief. Let's head over to him.
Chaska.
Nice to see you again, Wyna. I'm afraid we don't have time for pleasantries, so I'll get right to it. We're here.
Whoa, hold on a second.
My friend Kich.
Rescuer? From the Night Kingdom?
That's right.
I'm sorry. The nature of
I appreciate what.
I thought you might.
Is something wrong? Life isn't complete.
If you're that.
Thank you.
Ah, seems like you two go way back.
Oh, Chaska's a peacekeeper. Her younger sister Quichi's always.
Oh, you have a younger sister?
Yes, but let's get back to business.
As you probably know, Your intended destination is completely different from the real world. The Night King, in that sense.
We couldn't do that.
With a little practice, I'm sure you could.
Who?
Vichama. He's got a keen eye.
Bichama?
He's one of Auntie Atea's hot... Where can we find...
Ever since Malco passed, he spends most of his time gazing out at the...
Thank you.
Good luck.
Emotional support is important.
Someone admiring the scenery from the cliff. Hello there, are you Vichama?
That's me. Did you need something? What? You're saying you can bring someone back from the Night Kingdom? How is that even... No, if you really think about it, anything's possible.
Are you okay? You don't look so...
Everything's fine. I'll help you, but I do have a small After I help you find Kachina's ancient name, I want to use the stone to look for my friends as well.
Your friend? Oh, why not mention someone named Malco? Is that who you're talking...
Yes, but I'd rather not get into it if it's all...
That's not a problem.
Yeah.
Then we're agreed. Can I have a look at the stone? I see. From what I can tell, it functions all... Once the connection is established, the Abyss will come surging...
Wow, you...
I'll go
We'll go right away.
First...
Wait,
By create...
Oh...
Right. Normally, you can only get obsidian from the children of...
Gotcha!
Alright, let's split up. See that clearing? Let's meet... Oh, and...
What do you think, Chaska?
Anyway, it'll take some time to set every...
What an odd guy. He seems so defeated, but also really invested in the stone at the same time.
I don't have any more insight than you, Paimon. Let's just focus on the preparations for now. Hang on.
Watch your footing. And the sky, too, while we're at it.
Hello. Do you have any hook ropes for sale?
Hook ropes? As in rock climbing equipment?
Yes. How much for your whole...
Oh, the whole thing? Let me see. That would be...
Deal.
Wait. Really?
What, you want me to drive down the price? We just need these...
Oh, no problem at all. I'll even pass along some information on the house. These ropes are usually used by rock... All right. That's every...
Now we need the obsidian. Let's go talk to the traveling merchant Bichama mentioned.
Excuse me, do you sell obsidian?
Why, yes. I've got a...
Perfect. Is that the only one, though?
That might be tough.
Thank you so much. We'll wait here.
Relax. Everything's going according to plan.
I know, it's just... I could tell Vichama feels the same way about his friend that I do about Kachina. I hope this chunk of obsidian isn't the only one. Kachina always carries all sorts of shiny stones with her. If I was the one trapped in the Night Kingdom, she'd have a whole pile of obsidian ready in a heartbeat.
Well, would you look at that? I did bring an extra. Here you go, young lady. How does it look?
Perfect! Thank you. How much?
If you hadn't shown up, these stones would have just sat here collecting dust. Here you go. By the way, how's he doing? Malco's been gone for 5 years now.
Do you know what happened between them?
I heard about it in passing while I was out drinking one night, but I don't know all the details. Vichama and Malco was an amazing fighter, capable of knocking out multiple opponents in a single hit. 5 years ago, they both emerged triumphant in the pilgrimage, but on the eve of battle, the Abyss launched an attack on their tribe.
Then what happened?
The team agreed that he couldn't fight the Abyss in his Vichama didn't argue. He knew going to the front lines with an injured leg would make him a burden, and it's just... Malco and the others ended up facing hordes of abyssal monsters. Vichama went into a deep depression after that. He blames himself for everything. Oh, you're not wrong. But it's possible he chooses to blame himself. Not because he did something wrong, but because he wasn't able to do... I've tried convincing him to move forward. To stop, the Abyss has caused so much suffering. And some wounds... Anyway, that's the gist.